It's Throwback Thursday, and let's go back in time to a story that was very disturbing to my heart. Yes, a Rhode Island supervisor from the DHS office, which is Department of Human Services, where people get SNAP benefits and other benefits for people that are low income, used her position to steal people identity to get food stamp benefits, her and her daughter. Y'all, I don't understand why people do these things. Y'all know anything that's a paper trail, it's a white collar crime and they coming for you. They're going to let you do it. Let's get into the story. It's interesting because it was $191,000, but it was the twist of the end. Let's get into it. Nadine Baptiste, a 57-year-old woman from Warwick, New York, is now facing federal charges allegedly using her position at the DHS office to improperly access people's personal information as well as SNAP EBT benefit card balance information that her and her daughter alleged used to fraudulently access these SNAP benefits. Now, y'all, let me tell you, the SNAP benefits were homeless people names and some deceased people names. So how they did this scheme was they changed they got the PIN numbers. It is alleged that Nadine repeatedly conducted telephone balance inquiries on the EBT cards, frequently changing PIN numbers associated with the card. It is also alleged that some of the individuals were also juveniles, and people that were incarcerated. So we got people that's incarcerated, we got children with juveniles, that's what they call children because they're still children, people that are incarcerated, homeless, disabled, and seniors. It is further alleged that the SNAP EBT benefits, $191,000, were properly accessed. So they started the investigation in 2023, but they did this from 2020 to 2024. See, this is what I'm saying. When they're on to you and they get a tip about you, they let you keep doing it until you can't get out of it. I'm just going to give you guys a story and then I'll give you my reaction to the story because I really am heartbroken. I really am heartbroken that a mom, a black mom, will let her daughter do this. The mom is 57 years old. The daughter is 27 years old. Okay, so Nadine and Octavia Baptiste were each charged, by the way, of federal crimes. Complaint alleged of identity theft, wire fraud, because remember they was using the phones to access people information, get their PIN numbers and changing PIN numbers. So that's how they got wire fraud, illegal acquisition, or the use of SNAP benefits, and conspiracy. Nadine was arrested earlier today at her employment. How embarrassing. She is scheduled to appear. You know, of course, this is a white collar crime, so they are going to the feds. This is federal crime. White collar is federal crime. So a warrant, and then they issued a warrant out for her daughter, which is Octavia, who's 27. Of course, everybody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. So what prompted investigation is a lot of SNAP recipients or complaining about their food stamp benefits were missing and that the transactions that were coming from Rhode Island. So they was like, I don't live in no Rhode Island. I've never lived in Rhode Island. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. It's a paper trail. You always get caught with a paper trail because they can trace it back. Not only that, they have so much footage of all the stores that they went through in those different areas on the same day they was making transaction after transaction. Y'all know if you call the number on the food stamp, on the back of your EBT card, there's a phone number. And on one of those 1 through 5s or 1 through 10s, you can access your last transaction. You can get all of the stores and all of the amounts. It's just like the guy in the mail video. I'll put it up here, but it's a paper trail. You messed up. You mess up when you leave a trail behind, because now they can go back and say, okay, well, we going not only are we going to get the footage of the cameras, but we also got all the transactions from these cards. Now, Nadine, she worked for the DHS office for over 10 years, but she was currently a principal clerk at the DHS office in Providence. She was a supervisor with customer service assistance and had full access to people's personal information and their SNAP benefit. And she had access to a EBT card printing machine. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. So again, the affidavit alleged that from January 2020 to July 2024, Nadine accessed SNAP recipients' personal information and their EBT card to check the balances on the EBT cards and change the PIN numbers to use the cards for herself. Nadine allegedly made 1,817 calls on 408 EBT cards, and her daughter Octavia made 300 balance inquiry calls on 95 EBT cards. Prosecutors said they have footage from June to August of this year showing Nadine making more than 2,000 SNAP purchases on 16 different EBT cards from various stores. So they was going into stores just buying up stuff, buying up food and buying all type of stuff. I wonder, did they get any cash off the EBT card, or was it just says SNAP? So that's crazy. Let me get done before I go in. But it's just footage after footage after footage showing them going into these stores. I can't imagine a lawyer trying to get them out of this. Okay, so they were released on an unsecured bond. They were arrested. Now, if you are somebody that have been a victim of SNAP fraud, you know you can report it. If your food stamps, and I have some more stories of some people benefits coming up missing, you can fill out something called a fraud allegation form from the food stamp office. So you had to get in contact with your case manager to let them know, hey, I don't recognize. It's just like a credit card. You call your credit card company and say, hey, I don't recognize. They're going to start an investigation into what happened in those transactions. The transactions is always going to get a person away. This happened to me with my Discover card. I end up trying to buy some stuff on one of these sites, and they were making small purchases. It was like unnoticeable, 19 cents, 38 cents, 47 cents. It was coming from the same person. I got my statement like, what is all these little charges? That's how they get you, unnoticeable little charges. The comment down below and let me know if you've been a victim of identity theft. I have definitely been a victim of identity theft. I've said it in a couple of my videos. But comment down below and let me know what you think about this story too. What kind of time do you think these women would have allegedly if they're charged, since they haven't been charged yet? Also, they're advising people that have SNAP benefits to make sure that you change your PIN number frequently and make sure you're checking your balances frequently so you can always catch something soon as it started. Like I caught that soon as it started. It went on for like 2 days. And I called Discover like, I ain't making these charges from the same person. Yep. Okay, so here's my thoughts. I think this is terrible for a mom. Now, a mom would do anything for her kids. I don't care what it is. What we shouldn't do is put them in jeopardy and harm's way, because what type of future is her daughter going to have? She's 27 years old. Her mom has lived a life. She's 57. But what kind of future do her daughter have at 27? If she's convicted, she got a felony background. Where is she going to get a job? You know what I mean? Like, we have to think about these things. Now, the mom didn't care that her daughter did it because she gave her the access to it. The mom was the plug. She was the plug in the DHS office. She was a supervisor. I think it's terrible for somebody to do that to their kid. Black folks. We going backwards. Black people, you done set black people back a long, I'm talking about far back. Far back there. We always trying to do what other people do. Black people, we ain't got nothing overall. We don't have anything overall. I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about black people overall. We don't have anything. And we go and do stuff like this. It's shameful. It's really shameful. I don't wish this on anybody. And they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. That's taxpayer money. She's stealing taxpayers' money, stealing people's identity, inconveniencing homeless people, inconveniencing disabled people, inconveniencing people that's seniors. They should go to jail. Now, that's my story, and I'm going to stick to that. I don't care. You don't have a reason. You can't, nothing you can tell me. You should be in jail. Okay, you did the crime, do the time. Okay, I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday for Throwback 2. We're going to do a Throwback Tuesday, a Throwback Thursday. Our stories. Give me a little minute. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And we're going to do a Missing Monday. It's a lot of people missing. And a lot of people asking for people to share their stories. Hey, have you seen this person? What do you guys think about that? Comment down below and let me know. And I'll see you in the next video.